These guys don't even deserve to have a name. The group formerly known as Lady Antebellum has, in an effort to excuse themselves early from this racially charged dinner we are currently having. Hey, can you pass me the Uncle Ben's? Yeah. Decided to drop the Antebellum portion of their name and just shorten it to Lady A. It's a quarter after one. I'm a little drunker than you. Said I wouldn't come, but I'm lost all control. For those who don't know, antebellum is a term commonly, though not exclusively, used to refer to a more nostalgic attitude towards the pre-Civil War, more specifically pro-slavery South. I love it out here in Georgia, in the antebellum South.
You said you were gonna pay me minimum wage, senor?
No. From my point of view, if they really wanted to make a difference, they had two main options. One, they keep the word antebellum, but address issues that people have with it and use their music to try to adjust the romanticized lens that the South views history. Two, drop the word antebellum and just put something else there. And the option they went with is option 3. Have your cake and eat it too. Ah yes, option 3. The one where you get to make public gestures without having to make any meaningful sacrifices. But here's what's weird. A group with this money didn't even bother checking to see if Lady A was already taken. Oops. Well, it's okay. Once they found out it was already taken, I'm pretty sure they let her just have the name. Well, that's okay. As long as they agreed to let... Well, let me get this straight. In an effort to denounce racism, this group decides to appropriate the name of a lesser-known black artist, and then, upon figuring out that the name was already taken, decide to use all their industry and financial privileges to take this black artist away from her exclusivity to this name. It's good to know they're carrying on the South's legacy of renaming things they think is theirs.
Your name is Toby!
Kunta Kinte! Damn! Steve!
The classics. Wow. With all this crap they pulled, I think I'm coming pretty close to a new name to replace antebellum, but I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Themselves the
Lady A, which is already taken.
and a bunch of a-holes.
Yes, that's the one. I like that one. Or some alternatives to that one even is Lady Ass Hat, Lady Ass Wagons, or Lady Ask About It Later. Look, if you actually like this group still, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you to stop liking them. I think it's important to call them out only because they're not the only ones that have this very disingenuous and or clueless mindset. If there's anything to be upset about in this whole situation, I hope it's not...
They gave in to the woke mob. No.
Or...
Oh my god, guys, I'm so sad. My favorite band turned out to be racist.
Hope you can understand that it's just part of a more unfortunate trend. Basically the trend where people who are supposed to be our leaders and our role models, well, rather than using their work or their art or their craft to have these discussions, they instead make public statements or a tweet telling everyone else how we gotta have these discussions, man. We gotta be in these uncomfortable situations now or never. And then basically make the tweet, make a public statement, and that's it for them. Whereas everyone else will be forced to have these discussions come Thanksgiving, if there even is a Thanksgiving this year, or at the dinner table in general, online, everywhere. I'm all for fighting racism, which makes it all the more unfortunate that people with influence and power who have the luxury can just get away with doing and saying the right thing at the right time.
And it's gonna take those watching this to imitate this with open hearts, ready to listen, ready to learn, and ready to do.
You need to read the theory, man. Instead of pinpointing exactly where they fall in the spectrum of change. They're more concerned with calling you out on Twitter for saying the N-word or letting your friends say the N-word than they are with explaining what they mean by systemic change. Don't worry, Tony Dungy, I won't let them say the N-word. Now, without a pass. These big calls to action and change are very broad strokes. Something like defunding the police could mean anywhere from your police department doesn't get a raise this year to we are completely defunding, absolutely no money, no more police. And it's very important that we individually and collectively investigate for ourselves where exactly on that spectrum we should go. Clearly, the leadership and celebrities are never going to give us that nuance and debate that needs to be had.
Educate yourself so you know exactly what you're standing for and why you're standing. Because the only way we can solve this issue is through exposure, through education, through compassion, and through empathy.